Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to Fern Valley Farms YouTube channel. We're on this channel. We are pure country. What we're going to do today, it's actually like 7:10 Sunday morning. It's a beautiful morning out. It's warm. I am going to do my second oxalic acid treatment. Tomorrow is July 1st, so beginning of July. Hopefully I get this video out pretty quick, so it's not too late here. But anyways, we're going to do our second oxalic acid treatment. Let's get to it. All right, so what we're going to do first is we're going to tape off. What I like to do is tape off the upper entrances of these hives. Let me turn this way. I'm only doing these 3 hives. These 2 are my splits that I did last week. And for whatever reason, this hive did not react well to it at all. The other one was fine, but this one, they all swarmed. They wouldn't go back in there. They wouldn't go back in. Then they eventually swarmed. Part of it swarmed. The queen left. And for whatever reason, the queen left on that hive. So the splits, which I've never had that happen before, did not take to it too well. And I'm not saying you can't treat your splits. So I don't know what happened, but I'm not going to treat them. I'm leaving this one alone, obviously. That one's got a new queen cup in it. This cage is this split has got a queen cell, some larvae, some eggs. I'm kind of set this hive up, so we're going to leave this be for right now. Once it builds up a little bit, then they definitely get treated, whether they like it or not. That hive was actually fine, but I'm just going to leave it alone. There was no mites. When I checked, there was no mites. And I'm going to show you how I do this, how I check. On the bottoms of my hives, I have slide-out boards, like sticky boards, but they're not marked. But what I do is I wipe them off with a towel, and I'll show you that. This works out really nice. What I do is I take these boards and I wipe these off completely. So then, after I treat, see all the pollen and all the junk that falls through it? After I treat, I can go back through and I can count the mites. And I'm actually going to try something different here. I am going to pull off. I got screens on here, so nothing can get in. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to poke holes in these screens so I can get the vaporizer in there a little bit farther. I've actually got, I'm going to say this wrong, the Varroa something, I don't know how to pronounce the word, a different kind of fogger. I just ordered it yesterday. It's supposed to be here next week on Amazon. It's designed specifically for treating for mice. It's another fogger. Do I need to buy it? No. But I will do a video on it. Varroa, God, I can't even say the word. Varroa, it starts with an M. And it looks pretty slick. It's got the container up on top where you put your oxalic acid and your Everclear mix. It looks pretty nice. We'll do a complete video on that because I can't find a video anywhere on YouTube about that fogger. So we're going to do a complete video. I might be the first one. And we're going to see how that works. That'll be next week for my 3rd treatment, actually. So let me get these boards cleaned off and put them back in. Here's a screwdriver. Yeah, wiping these off works out really nice. Like I said, and you can see all your mites. I've actually got some new plastic. They're actually light frames. I'm going to switch these out to, which will clean off a lot nicer. I'm going to switch those out at some point. Put that back in there. Fortunately, I don't have a problem with this, but I've got my little beetle barns here for hive beetles. There's boric acid in here. I haven't seen one hive beetle yet, so I don't think I have too much of a problem with hive beetles. I try and keep all the weeds down underneath the hives. That's one of your biggest things to help prevent your hive beetles. Keep your weeds down, keep it clean underneath the hives, because they live in the ground, they'll work their way up. So knock on wood, I really haven't, I think last year I seen one hive beetle. I haven't seen any yet this year. What I'm going to do too is I'm going to tape off these upper entrances so they can't get out right away. I like to leave them trapped in for just a little bit. Let the fog get in there and kind of get all over everybody before they all come running out. So I'm going to tape these off really quick. This won't make them happy. You guys can go in the bottom still. Good morning, good Sunday morning, right? Out of the way, girls. I'm probably going to get stung. It's funny, I swear my bees can hear me. You won't see much activity that I come out here and just start talking, and it's like they come out. Okay, let's get this fogger lit. I've done videos on this before. This is just a regular bug fogger. If you're using a fogger like this, you just want to make sure you get it lit and warmed up. Seriously. There it goes. Of course, when the camera's rolling, it won't light, right? So you want to light this, let it get warmed up. I'm really kind of excited about trying the other one, see how that works. I have learned with these foggers, you want to clean that tip off. If that tip unscrews, it's a pretty good size opening, because this was blowing out some water too, or some of the liquid instead of just mist. So I cleaned it out. Now it's blowing out really well. So you want to clean that tip once in a while. We'll let it get warmed up. Obviously, you want to wear a mask. You don't want to do this. I seen one video on that new fogger that I got, and the guy that was demonstrating it, he was shooting out this mixture, the oxalic acid Everclear, wasn't even wearing a mask. And he's walking around, he's showing how this thing works, and I'm assuming it was, he made it sound like it was, and he had no fogger. He's breathing this stuff right in. Unless he was just demonstrating with water, I don't know, but he made it sound like it was the acid. So you want to wear a fogger. You don't want to breathe this stuff in. You let it get warmed up. What's nice about these foggers, it takes like minutes. I mean, I'm going to go through these 3 hives in like 5 minutes, or not even 5 minutes. 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, you'll see. I'll pull the tape off, we're done. The new one, I'm curious to see how that works. The new one actually comes with an extension that goes on there, so you can get it in there farther if you wanted to. It'd be nice if that extension was curved up a little bit. That's what's nice about having these screen bottom boards. You can pull that screen out, and you can get in there. The mites fall through those screens. They don't stay in the hive. They fall right through to the board. You can do your mite checks. This treatment is 99.9% kill. It's great. There's other kinds of treatments, and I'm not saying they don't work, but this is nice. And this is cheaper, way cheaper. Let's see, we warmed up here. All right, see? Okay, we're ready. Let's get this going here. Let me turn it this way. Zoom this in a little bit here. You can see the bees aren't happy. They're all like, what's going on here? If I sound funny now, so I got the fogger on, or my mask on. I like to make sure that it's coming out, so I lift the roofs up, and you can see it. This one's got a double deep, so I'm going to get another hit here. I like to make sure I got them good enough. It's coming out the roof. I got it. You can hear how mad they are. They're all in there. You can hear them. Let me back this thing off a little bit here. I'll leave that tape on for a minute or so. And that's all there is to it. Real quick and easy. You can get your hives done in no time. And look at how much I used. I think I might tape off the back again still. See, I only used that much. That jar was full. I've only used, what, a quarter of that jar? This stuff goes a long way. This is nice about it. Good morning, everybody, right? A hell of a way to wake up. Better get out of the way. They get a little irritated with you sometimes. And you can see, they're not real happy. They'll get over it. It's for your own health. See? That's all there is to it. Get your hives fogged. It's really, really important. Varroa is your number one, one of your number one killers of your bees. So, anyways, that's my story. I will check probably tomorrow. I'll do a video on that. And I'll show you guys. I'll check the boards later. I didn't tape off. Usually I'll tape off where that board slides out. I'll tape off. I'll show you. Which I might do next time. Put this camera right here. Usually I'll totally tape off the backs here so nothing can escape. I didn't do that this time. I wanted to try it. So I think next time I'm going to tape off the backs because, I mean, it was coming out. And I see some people just blast them and they're done. But I want to make sure they get in there and they get coated pretty good. So that's it. Okay. That's all there is to it. So treat your bees. It's the beginning of July. The bugs are out. Everything's out in full force now. It's hot. It's humid. Treat your bees. I'm going to do this one more time next week. It's probably going to be 8 days from now. I can't do it next Sunday morning. I got to be somewhere. I won't have time. Unless it's really warm, I'll get out here early and do it before I got to leave. You want to try and do it every 7 days. You want to hit that brood cycle because the babies, the brood will hatch in 21 days. So you want to try and hit every cycle because you want to get those mites that are actually in the cells with the with the brood. They'll stay in there and they'll crawl all over the brood. So you want to hit them too once that hatches. So hopefully you liked the video. If you do, consider subscribing. Click that little button right there. Subscribe to the channel. Support it. I really, really appreciate it. If you do subscribe, there's a little bell next to that subscribe button. Click that bell. You'll get notified every time a video comes out. Thumbs up are always appreciated. The more thumbs up I get, the more the faster these videos pop up in searches. I'm learning just like a lot of other people are learning. So if we can all share information and help each other out, it's great. So until the follow-up video on this one anyways, I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, bye.